Hello and welcome back to the X-Files Revisited. We are moving on with episode 8 of season 8, Surekill. Now, this episode was aired originally in January the 7th, 2001. It was directed by Terence O'Hara, and this is his only episode that he ever directed. And it's written by Greg Walker, who did Brand X and Empedocles.
Empedocles.
Yes. Yeah. So that's the 3 episodes that he has written.
Not the best track record, as far as right. Not the worst either. You know, there are definitely worse, but yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of it's a more grounded episode, crime focused with a kind of dark twist. So yeah, it's fairly decent. So what's the legacy or the remembrances of Surekill? It's not salvage.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure that there is much of one. It's not one that ever kind of comes up from what I've seen. I mean, I'm off Facebook these days. I'm off social media, but back when I was in the X-Files sites and all that, I never saw Surekill come up as people's kind of, yeah, it's my favorite episode or anything like that. I think it's just one of those that kind of flies under the radar because it's just your bog standard, average kind of, nothing particularly special, but nothing particularly offensive either. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty much where it's seen. And given that statement, where do you think it ranks? Should we go? Should we do the whole season first? So 21 episodes, and where do you think Surekill ranks amongst those 21?
Do you ever hear anybody bad mouthing it?
Pardon?
Do you ever hear anybody bad mouthing Surekill, or do they just not talk about it at all?
I've not. I've seen people bad mouthing Salvage. I've not seen a right lot of bad mouthing of Surekill. It might be out there, I don't know, but it just tends to be one that I don't hear that much about.
Okay.
Let me ask you, before you answer, let me ask you another question. I mean, this might be just giving the game away, I don't know, but last week we did Via Negativa, which was, I think for both of us, was our least rated episode of the season so far. Is this better than Via Negativa or worse? Bearing in mind that your thoughts might change as we discuss it, currently, before we discuss it, would you say it's better or worse than Via Negativa?
Better.
Okay. Right. So where do you think it's...
I think this is going to be one that people just don't like because it's the pedestrian kind of episode. It's a filler. Okay. It's a filler episode. I think people are going to dislike it. I think this is going to be 18th.
I can tell you it is number 20.
20? Oh, second worst.
Yeah.
Wow.
So according to X-Files, well, IMDb X-Files fans, I do always have to make that stipulation. This is the second to worst episode of season 8. I strongly disagree with that. But yeah.
Okay.
So 217 episodes in total. Where do you think it ranks in the whole broad scheme of X-Files?
178.
It is 201.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I got to say right up front, I don't think this is a great episode. But to put it that low down, I think takes a serious amount of crack smoking to push it that far down.
Yeah, I think so. I prefer this to Via Negativa. I think definitely.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I would rather watch this again than Via Negativa, I think.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. Second to last of the season, that just seems a bit much. to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see what was last. Just, 'cause I do feel that this is a pretty solid season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think
I
there's
say,
been
the only one that we've rated badly so far is Vi Negativa.
yeah, but
Yeah.
even that, I wouldn't say I hate it.
No, it had some stuff going for it, for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Okay, then. Let's get into it. So we open up on a desperate man who is on the run. He seems to be running down the street. He's tripping over. He's like shouting. He's like, just leave me alone, kind of thing. And he gets to a phone box and he makes a call. And he's like telling this person, well, the answering machine is like, let the bitch lied, and she's like, just look in her right hand desk drawer, she's got it there, and all this kind of stuff. And then a man comes down the corner, freaks him out, so he gets running again, and he sees a police station. He goes into the police station, proper melts down, proper freaks out, to the point that they've got to lock him in a cell, just like, buddy, you need to calm down. He's like, no, he's going to get me in here. He's going to get me. And then his head explodes. And it's like,
Yeah.
Oh, he got him. He got good.
Yeah. And personally, I don't know about you, great opening. It reminded me of, I feel like a few other X-Files openings with someone just running down a street, like panicked because something is after them. And there's never, like, you're never too sure what the hell it is that's chasing this man, which adds to the mystery of it all. And I think the fact of his head exploding is just wonderful. Just like, yeah, this is the kind of episode you're getting.
Yeah, it's a great opening. It's like, okay, we've got a villain of the week that's got some kind of power going on.
Yeah,
let's see where this takes us. It's like it's got potential. Is what I'd say. So Scully looks at an X-ray of the shot victim, because we now know he was shot through the top of the head, basically back of the head, came out through the front. Carlton Chase, his name is. He's got a clean record, doesn't seem to have ever committed many crimes, a few driving offences. But the police officer would appreciate all the help that they can give. They don't seem like douchebags. They don't seem like your douchebag sheriffs of the week. They're just like, no, we actually need your help on this, because this is really throwing us for a loop. Scully traces the path of the bullet to the roof of the building with the help of a pencil. It sticks out. It's like, So at first the police think, oh, it must be someone who was in an air vent. But then when they look up at the air vent, they see there's another hole at the top of the air vent. So it's like, oh, that actually came through the ceiling of there. And then they go up and it's like, oh no, there's another one. It came right from the very roof of the police station. So,
okay. See, before we get further into this one, can I just say the one issue I've got with this is the fact that the bullets seem to travel through everything.
Yes.
Every single thing. And they don't get deviated, like metal, steel, multiple walls.
No ricochets, no nothing. It's like to have such a clean path. Like, you can make that, a marksman clearly can make that shot if he's got a clean path. But I don't care how good of a marksman you are, you cannot account for pipes, walls, ceilings, that foam stuff you get on the... It's like, even that, even that stuff, yes, a bullet is going to pass through it, but it is going to affect the trajectory. And when you've got like several layers of that stuff, it's like, I'm not buying that you can make a clean shot. And it's like, if they'd had a few shots, maybe, like he takes a few, it's like, oh, no, yeah, got him.
Yeah.
Like, then I'd say, okay, but it's like, literally we only see one bullet. So he did it first shot, first try, one bullet, and it makes a clean path through an entire building. Yeah, I'm not buying that for a second.
And the fact it's a handgun, just a gun.
Yeah,
it's not
a sniper rifle where it's like got the full on power to do it.
But it's a handgun wrapped in a towel.
Oh man, great stuff. So I love how Doggett's like, lucky shot. It's just,
Yeah.
it's lucky shot. So Doggett rules out the thermo-imaging tech theory that Scully brings up. Says it's like we used it in the military and it's too heavy. It requires liquid nitrogen tanks to
Yeah.
keep it in operation. So there's no way he's lugging it up here and creeping around with it. So and I did think when they found the bullet had come from the roof, my first go-to would have been like, before you start coming out with any weird, wacky theories, Scully, trying to be Mulder, my literal go-to would be, hang on, they have those glasses, the goggles where you can see through things. I'm pretty sure that would be my first go-to kind of thing. So I'm glad that they brought that up and used it, because it was the most obvious way to go. So, but I like how Doggett is able to kind of cancel it out. So. A woman goes to work at her office in a pest control place. She plays the answer machine and hears the message that Chase had left. She checks the right-hand drawer and finds a ledger. And then she deletes the message. Her boss, Dwight, enters the room and acts like a dick. He gets her to play a message on the answering machine, which she doesn't want to do at first because she's like, did I delete it? I could have sworn I deleted it. And you can see it playing out in her head, and she knows, oh man, if I play that, is that going to still be the same message, or is that a new one that's come through? And then she plays it, and it turns out it's a new one that's probably just come through as they've been mucking about. So it's a customer. So she tells him about Carlton's death. He's totally nonplussed. Tells her to get Randall, his brother, who arrives shortly afterward, and he is Carlton's killer, because we can see that he's the same man that had come round the corner. And yeah. So, what do you think about this woman at the start?
I mean, she looks incredibly nervous, like just a bundle of nerves. I for the first part, for most of the episode, I thought she was living in fear.
Yeah,
she is to a certain extent, but I thought she was being, I don't know, assaulted or abused or something or other. Yeah, it just felt like she was terrified for her life.
Yeah, and I think she is to some extent, and that's why she's had to kind of plan her way out and maybe steal. Well, she thinks she's got to steal the money in that because.
Yeah. But you don't find that out until like
yeah
later on.
So Randall empties the trash, which is a load of rats, one of which is still alive. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna take out that one with this plank of wood here.
Yeah.
Just starts stabbing at it with this blunt instrument. Dwight comes to speak to him, asks exactly what happened. Randall says Chase was stealing from him, and Dwight says, in future, get the money first, then do your thing. So he's not down on him for having killed the guy. He's down on him for not having got the money first.
Yeah.
So he tells him to communicate next time. And Randall asks if they're going out tonight, to which Dwight just smiles, and you know that means they're up to something that is, not kosher.
Yeah.
Scully and Doggett go to Chase Real Estate. Scully notices that he did a lot of business with Dwight's company. Doggett finds bullet casings in one of the office rooms, and then they turn the lights out to discover that there are literally bullet holes everywhere.
I didn't fully understand this. Is he saying that he shot out through the holes?
Yes, so Scully thinks that it was Chase who was shooting in his office to the outside. So clearly he was scared of whatever was out there. And it wasn't somebody out shooting at him, it was him shooting out at whatever was coming after him.
Yeah. I've got so many questions on that. Let's just move on. I'm getting hung up on stupid things again.
Okay.
Like I'm just like they turn the light out and all the lights come in from every direction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the geography of this room? Where is it within this building? Like, is it daylight all the way around? Is it?
Yeah, it's like a panic room, isn't it? It's like it's like a panic room that's just stuck right in the middle of this open plan office. It's like I just expect to go in and see this really open plan office, and just in the middle of it is this one little kind of safe-like room. It's just, yeah, it makes no sense. So, Randall and Dwight take out 3 gang members to steal money and dope. This scene is just stupid. Like, there is literally no need for Dwight to put his life in danger by going in there and being all big mouth with these guys, because you're relying on the fact that these guys are not just going to put a cap in your ass straight off the bat. Like, you're relying on the fact that when the first one of these dudes gets taken out, one of the other two isn't just going to... I mean, one of them's got a gun on him, for crying out loud. Like, when he sees his guys getting dropped, the first thing he's going to do is just pull the trigger. Even if out of, like, pure fear defense mechanism, he's going to pull the trigger. There is literally no reason for Dwight to put himself into this situation. You've got his brother Randall outside who could cap every one of these guys the way he does right here without the need for Dwight going in there. It's just absolute insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Scully suggests...
But I think it's just to have a cool sequence, isn't it?
Well, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's in there for...
If I was to put myself in that situation and someone points a finger at one of my work colleagues, friends, drug dealers, and goes boom and shoots a hole in them, I'm firing immediately. Like,
yeah.
Like he's got the time to go like boom, boom, boom.
Instantly. I'm just like, at the very least, I'm grabbing the guy round the throat, putting a gun to his head and saying, come out. Whoever you are, come out. It's ridiculous. It's such a ridiculous scene. Scully suggests X-ray vision. Doggett mocks her and says that either way, this is one of the many gangbanger incidents in the area over the past few months. Though what that has to do with Chase is anybody's guess. Though he does mention sulfuryl fluoride. And then we cut away and we're like, yeah? What about sulfuryl fluoride?
Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Yeah, but obviously he's going to bring it up in the next scene, but it's just like, he brings it up and then we cut away and I'm like, care to expound on that somewhat, Doggett? So Randall watches his brother take his secretary, Tammy, into his office for some sexy time. He looks jealous. He looks a bit sad that his brother's kind of getting with her and not him. She says he's always watching her. Randall slinks off when he sees Scully and Doggett rock up. It's almost like I'm not even going to tell Randall. I'm going to let him kind of. I'm not going to tell Dwight. I'm just going to let him kind of get caught with his pants down, kind of thing. Yeah. But there is this. Clearly, Tammy knows that these two guys they've got something going on, and she recognizes that he's always watching her. And she feels like he's watching her even when, he's on the other side of a wall. So
I
feel like she's clued in somehow.
Yeah. But then I'm also wondering, after seeing the end of it, if it's just general paranoia.
Right.
Because she's doing something dangerous and wrong, that she's just constantly worried. So,
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
So Doggett calls out Dwight. Doggett calls out, and Dwight steps out of the office. They ask him about the sulfuryl fluoride, which is a chemical on the cloth that was used as a silencer. It's also used by pest control services. They also ask why Chase called them 10 minutes before his death, to which Tammy starts to look shifty because obviously she denied that there was any call and she deleted it. Dwight kind of looks like he's suddenly cottoning on. Dwight says there's no message was left, and Scully and Doggett leave. Dwight questions Tammy about the phone call and then asks if she's lying, using the most threatening device that one can muster, which is a lighter with the flame turned up.
Yeah, but it's the first moment where he's mentioned that he's legally blind, isn't it? And you're like, is this like I didn't get that before.
Yeah.
So it was just like a strange bit of information to come up, and it kind of made a little bit more sense, I suppose.
Yeah. It's like it just throws it out there. It's like, what? Okay. So yeah. I just find it amusing that his torture device or his threat device of choice is a lighter.
Well,
and it's done that thing that all teenage boys do, where they lift the clip up and then they move the thing up and up and up, so that when they press it goes.
Yeah, it's like he's doing it so he can see into her eyes. But how are you supposed to judge if somebody's telling the truth when they're terrified that their face is going to be set on fire? Like it's just incredible.
Gillian and Doggett checked Dwight's criminal record. He was arrested for Grand Theft Auto. Why would a legally blind man steal a car? That leads them to the brother, who was the driver. They summarised that his brother was driving, and Doggett hates twins. Just a really great comment. It's like, it almost makes me wish he hadn't followed it up. He just goes, I hate twins.
Just done. And don't get me started in triplets.
Yeah. It's just like, it just blindsided me, because I'm like, he's just there, they're checking the records, and he just has this random hatred of twins. Now, he explains it shortly after. Obviously, he doesn't hate twins in the broader context. He just hates twins in the context of when they're involved in a crime, they never give the other one up. So he doesn't really hate twins, but he leads with the line, I hate twins. And then it's just like this really long pause, and you're just like, what the hell, Doc? So that's just the most random spewing of hatred like that one could have in a primetime television show. But yeah, he does follow it up. So he doesn't really hate twins, guys. It's just funny. It caught me off guard. So Tammy senses Randall watching her, so does the only sensible thing that one can do and takes a bath. It's I don't know about you, but if I feel like someone's watching me, the last thing I'm going to do is take a bath.
Well, depending.
It's a bit like last episode with Doggett when he sees Tippett in the mirror and goes to bed.
Yeah.
There's people in this show just have a habit of acting in the most nonsensical way imaginable.
Yeah. I mean, I can get that, but even if we're saying like she's just paranoid, like it's a moment of vulnerability, like you still wouldn't do it, you know.
Yeah. So Tammy gets to the office early to get the ledger, but gets caught by Dwight and Randall. Before they can do anything, Doggett and Scully show up to search the place, not snatch the place, as my bad handwriting would have us believe. Doggett opens the box, but the ledger is missing. Dwight says he runs a clean place. Scully says, I'm not so sure about that, and finds a ton of invoices for Chase Realty. So, yeah, like a lot of invoices.
Yeah.
Like all of this guy's business came through Chase Realty. So. Doggett interrogates Dwight while Scully talks to Randall. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the LA Confidential scene when all the different people are being interrogated at the same time, although nowhere near as good as that sequence. So, $700,000 made in services rendered to Chase Realty. That is a lot of pest control services.
Certainly is.
Scully catches Randall looking through the wall, and Scully tells him it's time for him to think for himself. So he said something, and she's like, "Did your brother just say that? Is that literally? Have you just saying the exact same thing your brother just said?" Yeah.
But I'm glad she says, "Did you just read his lips?" Because other than that, I'm thinking, is this guy get super hearing as well? Like,
yeah. So they take Tammy into interrogation. Dwight tells Randall they have a problem that needs to be taken care of. Let's go for a drive in gangster language.
Oh, it's super subtle. So subtle. I like it. You know exactly what he's talking about. I mean, subtlety is not this episode's forte.
No, and it's certainly not Dwight's forte. This guy's got all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. So Tammy says she didn't know where all the money was coming from. She just handled cash receipts. My handwriting, dude. Right. Doggett asked why they'd kill Chase if business was going so well. And Scully says, unless it wasn't business and it was personal. So she's putting the murder down to something personal, which then, leads to the girl at the center of this trilogy of guys. So Tammy gets home, sees Randall watching her again. Doesn't decide to have a bath this time, thankfully. Doggett finds... I find it amusing as well that he lives right next door to her. It's like... It's just, something creepy about that. Doggett finds phone records that show that Chase made lots of late night calls to Tammy. So while Tammy goes into Randall's apartment, Doggett posits the theory that Dwight got jealous and had Randall kill Chase. But Scully suggests that Randall may not have been the one that Dwight may not have been the one that ordered the hit. That's when Tammy says she still needs help to Randall. So as they're having this conversation, we see her going in to Randall's apartment, walking up to him. He's staring out the window. It looks like she's creeping up on him. What's he going to do? And then actually she reveals that, she's gone in there to ask him for help. So that's when suddenly the perspective on her just completely shifts, and you're like, oh, hang on, so what's going on? She's the mastermind behind things. She's playing people off against each other. It's like, what's going on here? Is she a villain, or is she just trying to get out of a bad situation? So suddenly it becomes like, okay, all right, that's a bit more interesting. Tammy drops Randall off at the bus station, says she'll meet him by the bus in half an hour once she's got her money. But she needs her ledger. He gives it to her because he's carrying it on his person and then gets out. Now, my question to you is, do you believe she was going to come back for him?
No.
Right.
Not at all. Not at all. I think he gives her the creeps and she wants away from both of these brothers as soon as possible.
Just the only thing that makes me question that is that she rang the bus company the night before and she got tickets. So
I think like when she realizes her book's gone, she knows that they're seeing everything, they know everything.
Hmm.
Like, she's just not taking any chances. I don't even think she's leaving in the bus. Like, I think she's going like, with
Just
the car.
dropping him there. You wait here for me. I'll be back soon. Maybe bought herself a ticket just to help spin that lie. Yeah. All right. This part of me that wants to believe that she's doing this to get out of a bad situation, not just because she's just as criminally minded as they are. But yeah, I think ultimately it's probably just a bunch of bad pennies all screwing each other over, basically. Doggett and Scully check Tammy's apartment and find her gone, along with her stuff. The last call that was made was to a bus company, bus line. Tammy retrieves her money from a safe deposit box, only to find Dwight waiting for her in her car. Why do people never check the back seats before they get into the car? I always do that. I don't know if it's just because I've seen too many TV shows, but
yeah, I've seen enough movies. I know what's happening here.
Yeah, I do. It's natural when I'm getting in to the driver's side. All it takes is a quick shift your head to the left. Boom, no one in there. I always do it. It's just natural.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm too guarded. I don't know, but
no, you've never been caught by somebody in the back seat, have you?
Exactly. And that is why. Yeah. Check your back seats, people. Mm-hmm. Randall leaves the bus. Yeah. Yeah. Randall leaves the bus station. I just got this image now of creepy Graham lying in the back seat in wait for people. Riddler style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Randall leaves the bus station when he sees the police coming. Dwight goes over Tammy's ledger to see just exactly how she stole from him. Then he figures that his brother is sweet on her, and that's why he killed Chase and not her. Randall arrives, and Dwight puts a gun in his hand and tells him to kill her before walking away like a total ass clown. Tammy pleads with him and says she was coming back for him. He says, "No, you weren't," before shooting his brother in the head.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I buy it. I'm just not sure I quite buy it.
Yeah. Not sure why he shoots his brother in the head.
Yeah, it's just like he can't bring himself to shoot her. He loves her. Plus, you've got the added thing of Scully telling him it's time to be his own man, think for himself, and that's what he's doing in this moment. But it's all just a bit like, I don't know. These guys seem awfully close. Like, they've had a lifetime of just.
They've not even argued or had any kind of animosity.
Yeah.
I'll also tell you one other question that really bugs me a little bit. These guys made $700,000 off one account last year and can't afford a silencer.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh man, it's so stupid. So Doggett talks to Scully while the two of them watch Randall sitting in a holding cell. Scully suggests Randall saw something in Tammy that she couldn't see in herself. Of all the things he could have chosen to look at, he looked at her. And Doggett's like, bah. Basically, he kind of he kind of makes an effort to tone down her rhetoric, like she's making it out to be this like deep felt love story from Randall's point of view. Like, ultimately this is the commentary on deep seated love for someone, and it's just and Doggett's like, tone it down a bit, Scully. The guy's a wacko. It's like, let's keep it on a But that's the episode, and wrap up. Shall I go first on this one?
Sure.
Yeah. It doesn't offend me. I can see a case being made for why someone would say this is worse than Via Negativa. I think Via Negativa's got a lot of crazy ideas in there and stuff that, like, you know, that could be springboards to something great, but aren't. Whereas this is like, okay, it's got a fairly loose concept, but it makes sense for the most part. You know, it's pretty mundane. Yes, the characters are pretty stupid and make really wacky choices, but the plot makes sense. It's just, it barely scrapes a 3, but it's like it's solid enough for me to sit there, watch it, think, yeah, that was an average kind of, you know, it entertained me in parts. I got bored in other parts. I didn't necessarily care about these people. But I did like the fact that it pulled the rug out from under us at various points, like particularly with Tammy. And it's, yeah, it is what it is. It's not particularly special. It's not particularly offensively bad. It's you know, I wouldn't say I'd never watch it again. It's just about, if I was being just purely scoring it on you know, its merits and stuff, I would probably actually go with a 2.5. But just in terms of, like, there was some level of enjoyment there. It's fine. Yeah, 3, just about, only just.
Yeah, I think I'm with you on most of what you said there. 3 is the minimum. I would maybe push it a bit further if I felt super generous. It's a filler episode, but I think coming after Via Negativa, I think it really just grounds everything again and gives them a simple case to look into. Yes, there's a slight supernatural-ish tendency here, but it's never really explored that much, and I don't mind that. It's like a palate cleanser, which is basically what it was. And yeah, 3 sounds really good. So as you mentioned in the last episode 9 is Salvage.
Oh, and, yeah. See, this is another reason why I get Salvage and Surekill mixed up, because they come right after each other. They're both 2 syllables. They both begin with S, and they both have a guy in it that kind of looks similar in terms of who the supernatural force is. Or at least I think they do anyway. But, so, yeah, Salvage. Not a well-liked episode at all. But the couple of times that I've seen it, I feel like I'm that guy who sits there, watches it, and goes, what's people's problem? I really like this episode. I'm like, this is just it's a fun play on the T-1000 thing. You got this metal man going around killing people, and I like the way it plays out. There's some pretty good special effects and stuff. But yeah, I mean, that's my memory of it. You know, I could get to it, and next week I could be rocking up going, what the hell was that smoking? This is stupid.
Now I'm torn. I don't know if I want this to be a good episode or for you to make a fool of yourself. Either way, again,
like this episode, you know, this episode is regarded, you know, it's 201 out of 217.
No,
it's no way near bad enough to warrant that display of hatred. 201 out of 217. Are you kidding me? Given some of the stinkers we've had to review, no chance. So yeah.
So join us next week where we'll find out if Brian is right. This is a pretty good episode, Salvage, or whether he's made a complete fool of himself. Either way, it's going to be highly entertaining. I encourage you to come and either join in the conversation or poke fun at Brian. Either way, I'm happy. As always, don't forget to rate us or subscribe on whatever podcast service you get us, or on YouTube. We really appreciate it. Allows other people to discover our passion for the X-Files. And we'll see you next week for Salvage.